Helen Yee here with Eyes on the Game, and I'm here at the Sports Licensing Show with the legend and Hall of Famer himself, Rick Barry. Your son, Canyon, played very well, 27 points off the bench the other day against Georgia. I mean, how excited are you of his chances of getting in the NBA?
Well, time will tell. I think that he certainly is as good as my other boys. Who knows? Only time will tell how much better he's going to get. But he hasn't even come near his full potential. Very talented young man. Probably would be starting a lot of places. Even the coach here says that he is a starter. But he's filling a role that's actually working quite well for the team. And being the terrific young man that he is, he's accepting that role and doing a nice job. And they got a big game coming up, but they have to see what happens with that, trying to play against another top 25 team in South Carolina in the SEC. But, yeah, he's doing fine, I love watching him. It's been a joy. I wish I could have had the opportunity to do that with my other boys.
Well, he's done such a great job so far this season, and it's been fun following him so far. But speaking of seasons, now in the NBA and as a former Warrior, what do you think about them so far this year?
Well, I wasn't worried about their offense. I was concerned about what was going to happen with the people they let go as to how the defense was going to play. And that's a big important thing, and how the bench was going to play, because I always felt that their bench was an integral part of their success over the last two seasons. And it's still, the jury's still out on that, although they're doing exceptionally well. But when they're clicking on all cylinders, they're a pretty tough team to beat. I mean, just as indicative of what they did to the Cavaliers at home the other night, that was kind of an embarrassment. But they're capable of doing that to you. So the Warriors can embarrass you when everything's going well. If they play defense, if the bench performs, and those starters are on their game and they're shooting the ball well, they're virtually impossible to defend.
Did it surprise you at all when Kevin Durant signed with them?
No, I had heard that he was thinking of it, and I said, well, if he really seriously wants to win a championship, he wasn't going to win it in Oklahoma City. They got rid of Ibaka, who was an important part of their team. And now obviously Westbrook is just, playing out of his mind, but he has the chance and he has to do that because they don't have Kevin Durant to help carry the load. And I said, if he wants to have fun playing basketball and have a chance to win, going to the Warriors would make the most sense. And it wasn't like he had to sacrifice. He still got a whole lot of money to go there.
And so looking at the season this year and the past few years, I mean, it's been kind of back and forth between Warriors and Cavaliers. Is that a prediction of yours for this year? Do you think that it'll be the same two teams in the finals?
Well, I don't make predictions, because if I did, I would stay here in Las Vegas and just make a fortune if I knew what was going on in the world of sports. That's why you have to play the games. I thought the Warriors were going to win last year, and look what happened. They screwed around and they wound up losing. Certainly on paper and for what you see, it would be a surprise to a lot of people if they're not the teams playing in the finals, especially Cleveland out of the East. But in the West, you can never count the San Antonio Spurs out. They're such a good basketball team, and we'll just have to wait and see. I'm hoping the Warriors are going to be there, and it would be great to see that matchup again. I think the fans would love to see that. The NBA would love to see that, and the television network would love to see that.
Yeah, definitely. And lastly, who's your favorite player to watch today? And who do you think's the best player on the court today?
Well, you only can pick players by position. So, I mean, everybody says LeBron's the greatest player or Michael was the greatest player. No, you can't say Michael's the greatest player. He couldn't play center. He couldn't play against Wilt Chamberlain or any of the other great centers. So you have to pick by position. So, but the guy, I love watching great players play. I love watching Steph Curry. I think Steph is so much fun to watch. I love watching Klay Thompson play. I love the way Durant plays. I love the way, what LeBron does. CP3. Any of the great players is really fun for me to watch. Guys that know how to play the game and play the game the right way. They play it selflessly. They're not out there just trying to do it all for themselves. And that's why I like watching teams that play the game the right way. Play it as a team. Defense and play unselfishly. Move the basketball, and then it's fun to watch.